This is the serpentine belt on a Jeep Patriot, and if you try to replace it from the top, you are going to fight it. Hello everyone, Spanglish Garage here, and this is the only serpentine belt guide you will need for your Jeep Patriot. In my channel, I don't waste any time, so let's get to it. Now make sure your car is lifted, secure, and the wheel is out. On most Jeep Patriots, there is an under-engine splash cover right here. This vehicle doesn't have it, but if yours does, remove it first. Removing that under-engine splash cover is really simple. It is held in place by some plastic clips that you need to remove, and that's it. Now that we got all that out of the way, from down here you can clearly see the crank pulley, tensioner, and all the accessories the belt runs on. When removing the serpentine belt on a Jeep Patriot, keep in mind that doing this job from the top, access is extremely limited. That's why this job is done from the bottom. It is faster, safer, and avoids unnecessary frustrations. Before removing the belt, take a second to study the routing. One wrong pulley and the belt will shred or squeal immediately. Now this is important, and I will repeat it again later. The belt runs around smooth pulleys on the back side and grooved pulley on the rivet side. If your vehicle has a belt routing diagram under the hood, follow it. If not, that's okay, I will provide plenty of those diagrams on this video. Just pause it or take a photo. It will save you from reinstalling it twice. This pulley here marked in red is the crankshaft pulley. It is the driving force, everything starts here. And this one marked in green is the belt tensioner. This is the only pulley designed to move. Now to release the tensioner, I'm using a serpentine belt tool with a 16mm socket. If you don't have this tool, it's okay, a regular wrench works too. Just make sure it is long enough. The more leverage you have, the easier this gets. And yes, size matters. With the tension release, I can now slide the belt off the pulleys. If you're working on other Jeep Patriot repairs, check the channel. This car has a lot of tight spots, and I show you how to deal with them the right way. Now this is the new serpentine belt that I'm gonna be using, and for some references, this is the part number. Before reinstalling this new belt, go ahead and make some comparison with the old one. You want to make sure they are about the same length. Now for reinstalling the new serpentine belt, I like to drop it from the top. We are going to position the belt around this power steering pulley. So this way we can hold it in place from the top. Now we are going back under the car, and we are gonna position the belt around the upper idler pulley. This pulley is flat, so we are gonna use the back of the belt around it, or the flat part of the belt around that pulley. Now we go all the way back to the engine and around the water pump pulley. I put a lot of effort into showing you angles most videos don't. If you appreciate clear visuals and real car repairs, like this video and subscribe for more. At this point we are routing the belt around the lower idler pulley, and remember this one is flat. We are gonna use the back of the belt, or the flat part of the belt. Now is the time for the alternator. Go ahead and route that drive belt around it. Remember this guy, this is the belt tensioner, and it is flat, so we are gonna route the back of the belt around it. I take the time to show every detail so you don't have to guess. If that's something you value, hit like and subscribe. And it should look something like this. So far excellent, we are almost done. Now it's time for the big guy, and this one right here is the crankshaft pulley, so let's go ahead and route the belt around it. At this point the drive belt is almost done. We only have one more pulley to go, and that's it. Take a moment to inspect everything and make sure that the belt goes around all the pulleys in the proper way. And finally, last but not least, we have the AC pulley. And to do this one, of course, we will need to move the belt tensioner a little bit so that way we can release the tension and place it around this last pulley. Let's go ahead and do that. Get your tools and let's do it. Now with the drive belt around all the pulleys, let's go ahead and release that tensioner and always inspect everything. We want to make sure that the belt goes properly around every pulley and it is right in the middle, right inside. You don't want it to be outside of any pulley because that could give you some trouble. Just like I was mentioning, take a look at this. This is a clear example of something you don't want, and this is why it's really important to make that final inspection. If you turn on the engine while the belt is looking like this, you could risk it damaging that belt and you have to buy another one. So let's go ahead and inspect the whole thing. This is why it is really important. If you see something like this, make any necessary adjustment, make sure everything is properly aligned. And this is why it's important to double check everything. See that right there? It's not supposed to happen. If you see something like that, go ahead and make the adjustment and fix it. Final takeaway key points. Access matters. On the Jeep Patriot, replacing the serpentine belt from the top is extremely tight. Doing it from the bottom gives you full visibility and control. 2. Always study the routing first. Before removing the belt, take a good look at the routing. One wrong pulley and the belt will fail early. 3. Identify the tensioner correctly. The belt tensioner is the only pulley designed to move. Never force the belt off any fixed pulley. 4. Tool length make the job easier. A long range or belt tool gives you the better leverage and safer control. 5. Compare old versus the new belt. Even if the old belt looks okay, stretching and glazing are often invisible until you compare it side by side. 6. Install, then double check. Before starting the engine, make sure that the belt is fully seated on every pulley groove. 7. Listen after startup. Any squealing or vibration means the belt isn't aligned correctly. Shut it off and recheck.